What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hard Park Summer 3 channel. Yes, I know my hair is crazy. I just didn't care to comb it. I got to get this video done. But we have something super dope to install today. It's not today. It's going to be installed tomorrow morning, but I'm creating the video today because it's one of 3 videos that I have to create because we're installing 3 parts at the same time. So I got to figure out how I'm filming 3 things at once, but I'm going to do 3 intros, and then I'm going to be like building, picking and choosing like segments why am I explaining all this? Just it's gonna be 3 videos, right? But yeah, let me show you this this first part. This first part. This is the first part of the video, and I'm gonna actually show you a first part, like a one 3 part. Okay, yeah. Let me show you the item, and we'll talk all about it. What do we got? What do we got? So you have all seen a glimpse of this in the previous video, and it is the F1 style third brake light. Third brake light, fourth brake light. I guess technically it would be a 4th brake light, but I'm just saying third brake light. But yeah, so it's the brake light that's going to go on the rear bumper. So here it is, and it comes with all the wiring and everything. Blah blah blah. We'll get all into that as soon as I get to my buddy's shop and we start playing around with it. But yeah, so this is going to mount right there to the diffuser. And we're going to have to modify the Paragon / Maxton add-on diffuser to the existing OEM one. So yeah, bottom of the car, right? Oh yeah, the factory OEM one's on the bottom of the car. And then on beneath that, I put the Maxton / Paragon Performance new diffuser. So we have to modify Paragon Maxton's new diffuser we got to cut a notch in the middle in order to be able to put this there, right there, dead center of the vehicle on the bottom. So it's gonna need to be like that much of a gap right there, just so then that way it sits flush with the body. And then yeah, we gotta wire it up. So double-sided tape, that should hold just fine. We did play around with what it would look like mounted before, and it fits flush and everything, so I think this should be great. I'm going to take a little bit extra double-sided tape just in case, so then that way in case we got to put it like right around these edges. But yeah, so it's got a notch right there, which is great because then that way obviously I'm not even showing you, I guess, if you can't like think for yourself, whatever. Okay, yeah. So you get what I'm saying. Like this cord is going to go through here, and then you're good. You can still sit it flush. So that's awesome. And then best part is you can wire it 2 different ways. So you can wire it so then that way it's just a constant light that's on when you brake, or it'll do the 5 flashes. So I think I'm going to go with the 5 flashes. Because that's going to be extra annoying, which is great. If it gets a little too overwhelming or whatever like that when we test it out at the shop, then maybe I'll just do 1 solid brake light. But we'll see. We'll play around with it. We'll see what it looks like. So yeah. All right. So let me take this over to my buddy's shop. Good morning. All right, we're back. Check this out. We've got already a lot to talk about, and we haven't even installed anything. All right. So the rear bumper is off. It is just a crap ton of screws and clips, so just take your time. You're gonna work your way all the way around, and then there's obviously gonna be a lot of stuff that you have to do with the fender liner, so you gotta take the fender liners out. That's why you have to remove the wheels. My bumper, I found out, is different from 2020s and 2022s. Mine's a 2023, so it was attached just slightly differently, nothing too crazy, but you are gonna want 2 people to do this job to make it a heck of a lot easier. And yeah, so now we're gonna get to doing stuff little by little. But yeah, so bumper is off. We are going to and
just
all right,
with your eye following the center line,
yeah,
down to the middle of the 6 LEDs. Does that look centered to you?
So it's in between these 2, right?
Yeah, that's how I see it. I mean,
no. There. You right? It's right there. Yeah, it's right there. Oh, I had it aimed the other way. Yeah, so now it's All right, so now for the third brake light, what we did was we doubled up on the tape because it came with tape from Quinten Racing. So thank you for that. But we, you know, you can never be too safe. And so since we're not bolting the actual piece down. We just decided to double up on all the tape, so we definitely have it taped up really well. And so now we're just trying to line it up dead center, right? And so see, we obviously did a whole extra layer and everything. So it should hold up perfectly. I mean, that's that really strong automotive grade tape, so that's not going anywhere, because that's the same tape that I used for the gurney flap, and that gurney flap will never come off in life. I'm gonna have to sell the vehicle with that, or I'm gonna have to remove the Z51 spoiler and sell it with the high-rise wing that I'm gonna, well, I'm giving it away, but I'm gonna be picking up a high-rise wing from my buddy. He has it, and so he decided to give it to me. So I just gotta make time to go get it. So the wire, since you obviously do not want the wire coming straight up, because you're just gonna see it through the opening, what you gotta do is, and obviously what Quinten Racing designed it to do, is you're gonna tuck it back here, and then you're just gonna run it along this edge, and then up here to the brake light.
Plug these into each other so they're not open. Less dangly.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna go the flash route. So my third brake light is gonna do the 5 pulses, right? The 5 flashes, as opposed to a solid light up. So I'm excited to see how it works. But yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. We're just wiring it up. The other ones we're just plugging into each other, and they're not gonna, I don't know anything about closed loops and all that type of stuff, but they're not gonna work because obviously they're not plugged into the other light source. So, but yeah, so now we're just gonna figure out how to, yeah. So we'll zip tie them up there, and then the wiring will go, like I said, back down that way, and then across, and then out to the bottom of the light. Oh yeah, okay. So a little bit of discrepancy of when I guess this vehicle was built, right? Because we got 2723 right here, right? Because this is 23, and then we got 2923 right here, and then 2923 again. But it's just funny because 2923 and then 2723. Come on, man. Which day was it? All right, so I'm gonna put the third brake light on, and then we're gonna route the wiring back and tuck it all in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a heat gun, and I'm gonna heat up that adhesive just a little bit, and then that way I'm gonna finally put it on. So it'll be my first time using a heat gun, so I'm gonna be really careful, so then that way I don't melt anything or whatever, because obviously with my blow dryer I can just like put it on high right above the tape, but heat guns get a lot hotter. So I'm just gonna do a quick little pass, whatever, heat up that adhesive, and then that way that should really stick on there. That's gonna be as firm as this. Like I say, it's never ever gonna come off in life. All right, Brian's gonna go get the heat gun, but yep, there we go. So double layered with the tape. It fits perfectly on there. We already obviously test fitted it. And then yeah, so I'm gonna run it dead center, right? There's six LEDs up top, and so I'm gonna run the center of the bumper right there in between the 6 LEDs straight down the center. And so I already eyeballed it. I've got an idea where it's gonna go. So now I just gotta heat it up. So this is a really, really nice piece. This is a really nice piece. I'm so excited to finally have this thing on there. Like this is gonna look awesome. And then the simplicity of it, right? Like, it's not simple to take the bumper off itself. It's tedious, but then once it's off, I mean, in order for you to plug and play, I mean, this is fantastic. Awesome. All right, let's do it. All right, so I got it on there solid. Just definitely put some pressure on there, and it's on. So it's pretty dead center. It's pretty dead center right there. So yeah, that looks awesome. So that looks absolutely great. Nice. All right, and then Brian was taking care of the wiring while I was focused on adhering this. So see, so the wire comes out there, and then follows that all the way there, and then comes back up all the way to there. This is a pretty solid piece, man. This is awesome. I'm so excited. This is gonna look so cool once we turn it on. Bumper's going back on. That already looks so dope. most difficult part is clipping the connectors back together, right? So somebody hold it up, clip them in on both sides or whatever, and then there you're good to go. But wait, so say that again. So for the 23, so for my 23, when you took the bumper off,
it might be every year. I don't know,
okay, it might be every year. Okay.
There are shims, 2 shims under each screw.
Okay.
Could be different on any car, but yours had 2 under each bolt hole.
Okay. And why is that? Why am I?
I guess it's to space it, but like when I took them off, my fan blew them all. They all went crazy.
Oh, gotcha.
And no
Okay.
one mentioned
Okay.
it
All right. So.
in the other videos.
Okay. So good to know. Good to know. So just be aware that you might have shims. If you have shims, then just, you know, keep track of them because, yeah. All right. Well, their brake light's on there. So, like I said, the wiring right here goes up there and right up into the other brake light. So, but that looks, I'm telling you, look how good that looks. That's going to be awesome, especially at night. Like that flows so well with it. All right, go ahead and do the taillight. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. So it flashes 5 times, and then after that, it goes to a solid state. So that's really, really cool. Still running. Brian is going to go ahead and make the incision. So he's going to put this up along the bottom, and then he's going to make the incisions, the cuts. So then that way it can adhere on either side of the third brake light, right? So, because the third brake light right now is in the way, right? So the diffuser goes all the way across, and we can't have that obviously because this is literally right here. This is dead center in the middle of that diffuser. So we're gonna have to cut. We're gonna have to cut a spot out of that diffuser. So then that way we'll have the left-hand side of the diffuser and then the right-hand side of the diffuser, and they meet right here in the center. So he's gonna do that right now, and then I'm going to. I'm late for a meeting, so I'm gonna do that, and then yeah. So we'll check back in a little bit. All right, so we came up with a pretty good game plan. We might not even have to shave these or cut these completely into 2 halves. What Brian is thinking is he just marked it up right here. And so we're thinking just cut a notch, a small notch at first, see how it sits. And then if we can get this to sit up against the bumper, right, and we can use the double-sided tape, then hopefully we can cut this notch, the groove, whatever you would say, right, like deep enough where we don't have to, we can still leave it in one solid, God, it's hard to explain, but this will still be one solid piece with a notch cut out. And then that way it'll look much, much more integrated. So it'll look like as if it all came together like that. That'll be dope.
That's what I needed when I cut my trunk on my feet.
Yeah. Cutting that notch.
Get to kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a Dremel too, but I thought this might cut it.
That will get the majority of it. The Dremel will clean it up though.
Yeah.
Right, look at that. Now we're getting closer to the red line.
Oh,
Definitely got to go wider than the red a little. On this side anyway. That side's probably wide enough, but
Yeah.
deeper a little bit
You put the one in the back? Or am I tripping?
there's your wire
Oh, okay.
on the back.
You can almost probably cut the middle part out more. So.
Yeah, come down a little. I'll cut just past the red, see where we go.
I think it's gonna hold up perfectly. It's gonna line up perfectly. Better said. Let's see.
Still got to go more in the front, a little bit wider.
In the back.
I think if I take the back out, I'll leave the front.
All right. So take the back out where the tape is, right? That's what
Yep.
you're talking about? All right, and then we'll leave the front. Cool. All right, I shall return after my meeting. We got the cut pretty solid. So yeah, so at least this way, it'll still look integrated because it's going to be one solid piece going across. So that looks awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see what it's going to actually look like. All right, so we got them bolted up on the sides, and now we're just peeling the tape back in the center. So then that way we can adhere all of it. But I'm telling you, it integrated so nicely. Stop! Stop! I was like, no! Dude, that looks awesome. That looks awesome. Look at that. It just looks so nicely integrated in there. Like as if this would have been like an extra option for when you got the lip kit itself, right? Like, hey, do you want to add a third brake light to it, right? So, dude, that's awesome. Came out perfectly. We cut it so nicely in there. And then right here, you're not even gonna see this when the vehicle's on the ground because you're always looking from here. Right now, obviously we're at this height, but yeah. So this is the back side of it, and we already adhered it with double-sided tape. So now that is fully sealed. Remember, we only had originally, before we put the third brake light, we only had a screw holding it in place, right? And so it was much looser here, but this is now really solid. Like, this feels great. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Look at that. That's so dope. Yep, so check out that third brake light. That looks so nicely integrated. That is so awesome. Love the way it came out. That looks so good. Yeah, that looks so good. These are so bright, by the way. Like I'm gonna put this on a tripod, and then that way you guys will see it flash and everything, even though you guys already saw it, but just one more time. All right, so what do you think? That third brake light looked pretty dope, right? Dude, that's my favorite part of the rear bumper now. Out of everything we've done, like I'm obsessed with that third brake light. And I can't even see it from the inside while I'm driving, but once, all the times I've seen it when it was backing up, I mean, it looks awesome. So I'm so thrilled with it. So yeah, so there you go. That's the third brake light install and review and everything and blah, blah, blah. And you've seen it at all the angles and stuff like that. So I hope you like it as much as I do. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna wrap up this video because I'm starving. So if you like that video, go and click that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.